Alrighty, so hello everyone. My name is Becky with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today we are going to be doing our paid ads and social post overview class. So if you have any questions as I go through through this class, please drop them in the chat. I will do my best to get those answered in real time. However, I may have to save them till the end of class just for the sake of timing. Or if it's a more in-depth question with a more in-depth answer, might save it for the end there as well. So feel free to drop them in the chat. If I don't answer it right away, just stick around after the end of the class and I will get to it then for sure. If you are watching this back on recording, you can always reach out to us via email. Our email is support@scottleroymarketing.com. Gonna drop that in the chat for everyone here with me live as well. Also gonna drop in a link to our YouTube channel. So our YouTube channel, just dropped that link. I'm gonna show you real quick on mine. So when you come to our Scott Leroy marketing YouTube channel, we highly recommend checking out the videos tab because that'll show the most recent videos up at the top. So today's class will be posted in about 24 hours on our YouTube channel. It should appear right up here at the very top. But all of these are going to be our most recent classes, and then the further you scroll down, the older they are. We highly recommend, even if you are searching, make sure you're keeping an eye out on those dates to make sure that you are finding the most recent video that we have. Things are always changing, both with Command and the services that we offer here at Scott Leroy Marketing. And so we want to make sure you have that up-to-date information. So we just recommend checking the date. So for example, I'll just search paid ads. And that's tech tip. All right. So then when we scroll down, you'll see this class right here. The most recent one it should be from about a month ago, I believe. And this one is showing 2 months ago, 2 years ago, 8 months, and then we get the 1 month. So just keep an eye on those dates to make sure you're finding the most recent one. If you have any questions with those or anything, feel free to reach out to us via email. Again, that is support@scottleroymarketing.com. We are always here to help out. So we are going to go ahead and jump into our paid ads and social post campaigns. So the first thing we want to do is log into Command, which is agent.kw.com with our KW login credentials. I'm already signed in. And what we want to look at is there's two different types of marketing campaigns that you can run directly through Command and then publish to your social media platforms. Um, which is the two we'll be covering today. So again, paid ads and social posts. So paid ads, basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're purchasing ad space to promote listings, events, your brand, things like that. And then social post campaigns are just free. You can schedule social media posts that you can manage through Command. So there's a couple different platforms that you can run these through. If you are, and not all of them have to be created personal accounts for you. So there's currently a few options for social media posts and paid ads. So for social post campaigns, you can do Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or X, which it's now called. And then if you're looking to do paid ads, you can run those on Facebook, Instagram, Google, and TikTok. So for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, really for Facebook and Instagram specifically, you have to have business accounts. Twitter or X, you have to have an account, but it can just be a personal account. It does not have to be a paid account. And then for Google ads and TikTok ads, you do not have to have an account. For either of those, KW provides more of a global account. If you haven't set up your accounts yet, go ahead and check out our Build Your Social Media class that we have. It's available on our YouTube channel. It should be one of our fairly recent classes, but you can find those under the videos tab again. Just it's called Build Your Social Media, and then I believe it's 2 weeks from Friday is when we'll have our next one if you want to join live there. Um, so feel free to check those out. Either come to the live in 2 weeks or check it out on our YouTube channel. Um, but I do want to show you real quick before you create posts or ads, you need to connect your social media accounts. So there's two different places because there's two different types of ads. And so social post campaigns, you actually connect your account in a different place than you would for paid ads. So we're going to talk about social post campaigns first. So I'm going to show you how to connect that very first. You're going to go, when you're in command, you're going to go to your name in the top right corner, and you're going to click Settings. So once the settings loads, this is where you are going to connect those third-party apps. But if you scroll down, you'll see Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All of those are for post scheduling, which it tells you right there. We have tip videos on how to do these on our YouTube channel. We also cover it in our Build Your Social Media class. So whichever of those you check out, again, highly recommend our tip videos as well. They'll walk you through how to connect those through here. Um, so yeah, so you can connect multiple business Facebook business pages if you need. So if you have multiple, again, they do need to be business pages. You can just connect multiple here. Instagram is a little bit different because Instagram does need to be, it does need to be a business account, but it also needs to be connected to your Facebook. So it needs to be connected to your Facebook business page in order for you to be able to link it to command at this point. So once you've connected those, we're just gonna go back to our command home. So you can start in a familiar place. And I'm gonna walk you through social post campaigns. So our campaigns is going to be this megaphone on the left-hand side, which would be our applets menu. If you're not sure which each of these are, you can hover over them. It gives you a little pop out that shows you what it is. You can also click the red square with the white KW and it will expand that whole menu for you. But we're going to navigate to the campaigns applet. And in here we have, again, a couple different campaigns. We're focusing on paid ads and social posts today. We do also have videos, classes that walk you through email campaigns and direct mail campaigns. So you can go check out the recordings or join those classes live when we do have them. But to go to social posts, we're going to go right over here. There's a few different options. We can just quick create a campaign by clicking Create Campaign right here. It can be under any of these tabs. If we click Create Campaign, it's going to give us the option to create a social post. It doesn't matter which tab you're on. But if we go to social posts, we have a few ways to do it here. So we can view either our live and scheduled posts. We can also view draft posts, so any that we've started to create but maybe haven't posted yet. We'll see those in our drafts. We can change the channel that we're posting through right here. So we can see the ones that are scheduled for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We can see all three, or we can just narrow it down to just one of those channels if we'd like. I'm going to say all of them for now. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to look through here. You can search them. This calendar is going to show the posts you have scheduled for this week. It's going to automatically show a week calendar. However, you can click this drop-down menu and change it to monthly, and then it'll give you the whole calendar month. And you can flip between those months to see what they look like there. You can also click directly on a day and schedule a post for that day. So if we just click maybe next Monday, and then it's going to bring us to creating a campaign. If we go back to the social post dashboard, you're also going to see a list view calendar. And that's going to show this week in reverse order. So it'll have the upcoming days up at the top. And then it'll have past days down below. And it'll tell you what today is as well, which has no post scheduled. You can create social posts with any of these buttons. It does not matter which you pick. Either way, you'll be able to create it for that day. So we'll just say we're creating it for Friday. we're gonna go ahead and go through here. You can schedule, I meant to point this out, sorry. You can schedule posts up to 364 days in advance. So pretty much a full calendar year, just one day shy of that. So all the way through October 14th of next year is when we'd be able to schedule it for. Um, had to make sure I got my date right. But yeah, so you can do that. It's great for batching your social content so you don't have to manually post every day. It'll save you a lot of time. Maybe you just, set a day where you create your social posts, and then you schedule them out once a month, whatever works for you. Um, but however you do that, you can just schedule them out, save you some time later on, and let your command do the work for you from there. But now we're going to look at how you can build the post. So you'll choose your platforms right here under the social posts. Select the accounts you want to post to. Just select here. It's going to automatically likely select your Facebook account. However, you can go through and you can select any or all of those. Doesn't have to be all of them. You don't have to post to Facebook. It can be any or all of those if you'd like. We'll just say Facebook and Instagram for right now. Um, and then you're going to go down and you are going to enter your content. So this is going to be your caption. Um, so we'll just go through and we'll say, hmm, and then you'll have your compliance statements. Sorry, you can also add images right here. Um, so you can either upload them directly from your files if you have it. You can also browse your designs. So if you have designs in your designs applet, you'll just click Browse Designs. It's going to bring you to your design library. You can see all of the ones you've already created through here. So we'll just go with that one. Give it a second to load. While it loads, I do see a question. Are campaigns now connected to Canva? They are currently not directly connected to Canva just yet. Oh, that's fine. It just said it wasn't usable at the moment. Let's see if we can grab a different one. Go with that one. Oh, it's a recent one. Give it a second. But yeah, the campaigns aren't currently connected to Canva. Um, Hopefully that'll happen sometime soon. But you can create them in Canva and then upload them directly through here once you save it. So you do have that option. They're just not connected at this time. I'm actually going to go out and try making it again, so it didn't seem to like that. We'll go create campaign, social post. We'll try just Facebook. Trying to grab a different one. Maybe I should try grabbing the same one. Um, okay. I tried that one first. Is there an ETA on when it will be connected to Canva? Not that I'm aware of at the moment. They might be working on that right now. I'm not really sure what the date is. Hopefully it will be, hopefully soon. Um, so it doesn't want to pull that in. Let's see if I can grab one from my computer just to show you. Um, Give me just a second. I'll drag and drop an image. Okay, there we go. So I just dragged and dropped an image from my file on my computer over here. And we can, just a nice little ball background. We can crop it however we want. The square is going to be the best option generally for multiple platforms. So if you have it, yeah. So if you have it there, you can do that. And then we'll just say crop image. And then you'll see a preview on the right-hand side of the image. Since I recreated this, I'll have to enter my text again. You can enter in emojis here. So you can enter smile, winky face, or whatever you'd like to do. You also have a whole menu down here that you can select from. You'll see. Go with that. There we go. So you just get an idea of what you're looking at there. Um, yeah, so then you would go through compliance options. So you have the ownership statement, which once you select that, you'll see it down at the bottom that each office is independently owned and operated. You're able to click in here and add anything to it that you need, and then you would just click apply. You can enter you can include your DBA logo if you'd like. You can browse it right here if you have one uploaded. That's if you don't have one already. Then next, scheduling your post. So you can either schedule it out. KW recommends posting Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's what they've seen are best, but everyone kind of has a different idea of what they think is better for their business. So just go with what is best for you. But if you're not sure what days to post, just go with and maybe try starting with Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Just getting a regular schedule to that. You can also choose to publish it immediately. You don't have to schedule it for a day and time. Um, you can, but you can also just choose to publish it immediately. And go ahead and schedule this actually. That looks good. And then you can see what it's looking like here. I'm also going to choose Instagram just so we can, there we go. And then we'll see what it looks like on both of those platforms. So we can either save the draft or go ahead and schedule post it. It'll say review and schedule it. We'll go down and we'll just say schedule post. And then you'll see it on your scheduled posts right here. You can click the three dots to edit it or delete it if you decide that you need to change that. Go ahead and delete it. Don't want it to actually post. So that's how you would do it through here. There's some quick posts right here. So if you're in leadership, you'll see a post right here. But if you scroll down, there's some more. So video campaigns, this is kind of just a quick blurb for you. Has like a jingle to it, kind of shows them creating a neighborhood. Um, Social posts, they have a few already created for you that you can just click this button right here and it will automatically go ahead and share it. You can schedule it. If you hover over the text, it's going to give you the full text so that you can get a good view of that before you just post something you're not sure of. If you want to create a design to post, you'll just go over to your designs applet, which is going to be the square with the paintbrush in it. And you can say create a design. Then you'll just select social post. Go next. Give it a second to load. And then do you see a question following up on the Canva stuff? So it will accept Canva files when you browse the files. Correct. So if you download those Canva files directly from Canva to your computer, you'll be able to upload them no problem. It just won't be automatically integrated over. So yeah, so if you go here, there's a bunch of templates in the KW Designs applet. So you can go through and you can create those. Those are all Mega Camp. But you can look through and find, luxury listing ones. So we'll say coming soon. Highly recommend looking at this social square post just because that will show ones that work best with all of the social media platforms. So I would recommend that one. And then you can use that one, go ahead and edit it here, or you can autofill it with some information from a specific listing. We do have a whole class that covers designs, so I'm not going to jump too in depth into this today. We do have a class that covers those more in depth, creating social posts and things like that. You can also go to the images, and they have a whole image library that you can choose from. Free images to you. So you can search through there. You can grab one of these. Just some great options. I do also want to say that there are also some other places where you can get some royalty-free media. I feel like I'll go ahead and drop those in here, but you can go to, obviously, you have the templates in command. There's some in Canva. We also have some at scottleroymarketing.com. Here. Oops. So scottleroymarketing.com. If you're logged in with your Market Center number, you'll be able to go under the Agent Resources tab, and you'll be able to find some templates there. You can also go to sites like pexels.com, so that's PEXELS.com, or unsplash.com. Those are just some great royalty-free media sites that you can go to and grab free images. That way you're not digging around, struggling to find images. They have a bunch of options there. But we're going to come back over. Just wanted to point that out while we were on the designs aspect of it. So you can upload those images under assets. So there's company assets and your assets. Either way, you can go in and change those. Again, our designs class jumps into that more in depth. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back to our campaigns. There we go. So we're back over here, and we are actually going to look at our paid ads now. So again, under our campaigns, we'll just go to the paid ads. We'll take a look at this dashboard first before we jump into how to create a paid ad. So you can go to the quick start. That'll bring you into there's another dashboard, which we'll look at in a minute when we go to create a campaign. We can click create a campaign up in the top right corner. We can click the payments to go view the payment profile that we've used, see the things we've paid for paid ads. There's also some quick links right here. So account settings, manage your paid ads channels, learn more about paid ads. There's also this option for managing your paid ads, and that way you can go view individual ads that you've created. So if you've created a listings ad, you can go view them here. They are categorized, so you can jump to them more quickly. And then down below, there's some videos with some tutorials for you if you want to check those out as well. So again, there's 4 platforms available for paid ads. I'm going to go ahead and click Create Campaign, Paid Ad. Give it a minute to load. And then this is going to be that paid ads campaign dashboard that we were looking at earlier. So it'll bring you here to this quick start menu. So again, there's a few different options. So there's Facebook, Instagram, Google, and TikTok. For Google and TikTok, KW uses global accounts, so you don't need to create or connect your own accounts for those. For Facebook and Instagram, you're going to want to connect your accounts through here. So we'll go. Hold on, sorry. There we go. Sorry. Got a little lost for a second there. I was like, wait, where am I going? But yeah, so if you go to the assets right here and then Facebook pages, that's going to be all of the Facebook pages that are connected through here. So Facebook and Instagram, you actually aren't going to connect them individually. You have to connect your Instagram business page to your Facebook business page. And then when you connect your Facebook business page through here, your Instagram page will appear as well. So you'll see both of those connected through here. It'll automatically connect once you connect to your Facebook. Again, it is a different location than connecting for social post campaigns, which we talked about at the very beginning of class. But we're going to go back to our dashboard over here. So you're going to see a few options up at the top for filtering these options that you have for creating different types of ads. So you'll see three different objectives. So you'll see generating traffic, um, that'll drive visitors to your KW website. Um, Generate leads will capture the contact information directly through the ad. So you'll also see them if you go to the all objectives, you'll see the little tags right here that say what they do. But you'll see, if you look at these, you'll see the different icons for the social media platforms to see which ones you can connect right here. So you have Facebook and Instagram for all of these. And then you'll see the G right here. That is going to be um, Google. That'll be the Google search ads. So when someone is searching on Google, that's when you'll see the ads pop up. It uses keywords for this type of ad right here. Um, so that one uses keywords when people search for specific things. So those are the ones with the G. And then if you see this one, it looks like an arrow pointing up. That is Google AdSense or Google Display Network. No account is needed again for those. But those ads are going to display on a specific website. So when you see, a pop-up ad from Google Ads or something like that, when you're on an app or something like that, that is what that one would be for. So we have the different ones here. Again, Facebook lead form is, yeah, Facebook lead form, TikTok lead form. Um, those are going to be built in to the social media site, so it'll just grab their contact information, it'll pull it in. Um, and the ones that use your landing page, those are going to direct them to a form on your website or a landing page on your website. And that's where you'll get the lead from there. Most of these are going to be budget or durate are going to be based off of budget or duration for when you are setting it up for how much you pay. These two right here, the attract buyers and attract sellers with the Google ads, are monthly recurring subscription. That helps boost it a little better, helps you see or helps people see your ads more regularly for a longer period of time. Helps build your brand recognition on things like that. So that one is a monthly recurring subscription. The other ones are going to be where you pay just for the ad for the duration. You set a budget, things like that, and it makes it a little simpler, probably a little more budget friendly, because those ones, anyone can create it. We'll look at how low that budget can go when we go to create an ad. But even for like 20 bucks, um, you can go in and create a paid ad so that people will see it. Um, Now, you do get what you pay for. We'll look at that. We'll see the averages changing in a minute. But you can set it up for any budget through there. Um, so we are going to go ahead and look up look at how to create some of these. I do want to point out that some of these can target locations, like listing based, and then some of them can target like your database and things like that. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at this top one right here. We'll walk through it. So as we go through this one, this is a listing one that I grabbed. So you'll want to grab your listing address. If you click add your listings, you'll be able to search listings, select from in here. You can filter them. The filter one is going to allow you to choose the address and search for an address. These can be a little bit finicky, but if you change the columns, highly recommend either searching by the street address or the MLS ID, which is going to be the MLS number for the property, not your personal MLS ID. We'll go ahead and we'll say street address. We'll just enter, grab a random one. We're going to add a filter. With active as well. And then you can just click out of it and you will see the ones that are active. You can view those and see all the information on those. If you hover over the image, you can see it and kind of make sure you're grabbing the right one. Um, there's a lot in here. We'll just go with this one right here. Um, so you'll just select it over here, and then we'll just click select. It's going to bring that listing in. On the right-hand side, we're going to see a preview of the ad that we are creating. Um, so you'll get a better idea. And then moving down, you have your targeting options. So we can set it as a listing location. So it'll be around the address right here. It'll have that radius that we set. So we can make it bigger, we can make it smaller. Um, if you have a smaller budget, it might be better to have a smaller targeting radius so that you have more people in that area. It's more condensed instead of just anybody in, how high can it go? 50-mile radius. So we'll make it a little lower on this one. We can also set a custom location if we'd rather do that instead. Again, that targeting radius is going to be the same, but we can choose up to 10 locations by zip code or city that we want it to be a radius around. We're going to go back with the listing location down here. Um, Moving down, you're going to see our media type options down here. So we can have an image or a video. So if we click a video, we can upload it right here. See if we can currently they accept MP4 and .mov videos. Kind of cut it off when I zoomed out. I'm going to zoom back in so you can still see it. But yeah, so you can choose between images or videos if you'd like. If you have the images, it's automatically going to pull images from the MLS, but you can change that. You just click that pencil icon right there. Maybe there's a picture in through all of these that better highlights what you want shown on the home. So you can just select it. I think that one's pretty good, so we'll just leave it there. But you could select a different one. You can also upload them. So any that you've uploaded, you can select them through here. Or you can add new media right here. I'll just click that button. Again, you can drag and drop files here. So again, if you have a Canva file and you download it to your computer, you can drop it here if you'd rather use that. But we can go back to our media assets right here. And we'll just go with the one we have selected already, and we'll just close it or confirm it. Moving down, you're going to see text where you can adjust the text right through here. So maybe we want to change this up a bit. We can add an emoji if we'd like. So I'm just going to add a space and then we'll just click this emoji right here. We'll just grab one. You'll see these little bubbles right here that have, the city and the price. Those are going to be merge tags, or they call them chips in this platform. But you can select more than those if you'd like. You can, add the street address. We can also click Evolve AI to have them help write this for us. We'll just click on that. We can choose what we want help writing. If we didn't click that, we can also click this star down at the bottom right corner, and we can do all inputs on there. We'll give it a second. So we can choose this headline. If we want a new one, we can click regenerate. If we say we don't like, if we dislike it, we can dislike it and it'll regenerate it. Or we can change the tone. So if we click the tone button, it's going to give us a few options. We'll go with artistic, top one. So we can choose that. We can regenerate it. I was going to say just give me the same one. But we can go ahead and we can click apply. And then it'll appear on the headline. So this one's the body text, this one's the headline. We can also do the same thing with our body text. We'll just do that as well. And then we'll close that out. But then you'll get a good view right here. You'll see a preview of what it'll look like. So at the top is going to be your body text, and at the bottom is going to be the headline, which is a little funny. The headline's usually at the top, but then this is going to be at the bottom of the Facebook ads. You'll see it down here. Scrolling down, you can choose the post lead submission destination, which is really just where the lead is going to be directed once they have submitted their form, or once they've submitted the Facebook form. So you can enter a URL, so you can go in and we can say, maybe we want them to go to our website. We can also say, our KW website. Um, You might want to preview that URL. Make sure it's going to the correct page before you submit it, because we don't want to pay for an ad that's going to go to the wrong page. So I highly recommend checking that out. Preview that URL before you confirm that. You can also choose landing page. Um, Landing pages, it can be a little confusing on here because generally when you're editing websites, landing pages refer to the standalone pages. However, when you are creating a paid ad, the landing page just refers to any of the pages on your website. So you can go through and you can select what page you want to include. So you can go through, we'll just say that one, and it'll take them to that landing page. Scrolling down, you have the lead settings, so we can customize how they're managed and tagged. This goes hand in hand with we have a automation class that we covered this in more detail on what happens here. However, basically, all that happens is when that lead comes in, you can choose to automatically add a tag to that content or to that contact. So we can go through and we can choose the one that we want. We can just search for it as well, just start typing. And you can either find the tag or you can create it as a new tag. Whatever you want. You can also choose to automatically assign them to a smart plan. And a smart plan is going to basically just you can automatically send out an email when that lead comes in, have it send a text or create a task for you to follow up with them, things like that. We have a tech tip video that walks you through creating a custom smart plan. You can also link it to a smart plan that you already have, maybe not a custom one. Either way, no big deal. As long as it's in your smart plan library, you'll be able to add them through here. And then down below, you'll see over here, it automatically has the information down at the bottom, your Keller Williams DBA logo, as well as the ownership statement. Each office is independently owned and operated. But if you do need to override the DBA logo that's showing right here, you can go and you can just click custom and go ahead and upload that here. Once you do that, you are going to see proceed to last step. I'm going to do that. And through here, we can set the duration of the ad to run. It does say your program will take up to 24 hours to go live. So it might not be posted automatically, but then it'll run for that time. It kind of runs in like a wave. So like it like builds up to the number of people it shows to and then dies down again, kind of like a wave would. But you can set your budget down here. So I know we were talking earlier about that budget and how we can keep it on the cheaper side if we need more budget friendly. We can drag it all the way. Let's see, what's our minimum? Our minimum is, that's because I have it for 5 days. It depends on the duration. So if we set, generally it's recommended to give it at least 3 days. So we'll say, we'll start at 16th through 19th. That works. And then we can drag and drop the budget. So we'll see how low can we go. All right, it looks like the lowest on this one is $10. Again, it does depend on that duration you have. But as you change the budget, you'll see how many leads you're estimated to receive from that paid ad. So the higher up your budget is, you'll see those numbers change. So you can get a decent amount of leads for a fairly small amount of money. Just keep in mind the higher you go, make sure you have the capacity to manage all of those leads as they come in. So if you're getting those leads, are you going to be able to, if you're getting 103 leads, are you going to be able to realistically reach out to 103 people in those 3, 4 days? Not necessarily. So just keep in mind your personal capacity, what you're able to do right now as well. You don't want to overwhelm yourself when you go through and create those. So you can, adjust, play around with these numbers, see where it lands for you. You can enter a specific amount here instead of dragging it around if you'd like as well. And then down below, you're going to enter your billing details, and then you can just say purchase now. You'll also still be able to preview the ad on the right-hand side so that you get a better idea of what it looks like if you maybe want to double check it before you purchase it. You can do that through there as well. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to save this as draft. I'm not purchasing it right now. But when you are here, it's going to be under the Programs tab. So if you're on your dashboard, like we looked at earlier, we'll just click to the Programs tab. You'll be able to see all of the ads that you've created. So you can see drafts, ones that are currently running, or ones that have already run. You'll be able to see them there. You can edit them or delete them through here. To edit it, you'll just click on the part that says draft and it'll bring you right back in. If it's already running and you want to view the ad individually, you'll be able to click on the name of the ad. We don't have any running that I can show you, but if you also have one that's working really well for you, you can duplicate it. Again, it does have to be once it's been created, or once it's been paid for and is running or has run in the past, in order for you to duplicate it or clone it. I'm not sure which term they use off the top of my head. But either way, you can do that. Click on the name of the draft, go in, or you can duplicate it from there. So that is about all I have for this. You can also, let me cover this as well. You have the leads. You'll be able to go here and view all of the leads from all of the ads that you've had. So you'll be able to see them come in through here. And when you do click on the individual ads, you'll also be able to view the leads for that individual ad, as well as you'll get a notification in your command, in the notifications tab at the top. So you'll be able to view those as well. So that wraps this up. If you do have any questions, please go ahead and drop them in the chat. If you are not sticking around for questions, thank you for joining me. Hope it was helpful for you. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.